been a really long time since I filmed a video, probably about 3 weeks, and I'm in a different area. Sorry about the background. This is not my living space, so I'm just kind of working with what I got. But I do have a cat with me. This is Nibsy. And I thought I would do a get ready with me type of thing, telling you guys about everything that has happened vaguely in the past 3 weeks since I went on my trip to England with my family, and why I am stuck here and don't have all of my makeup. So yeah, I only have the makeup that I brought with me on this trip to England, but it's a decent amount because I like to travel with my makeup. Oh, I need to grab my palette. Yeah, I think I do thankfully have everything for in my rolling project pan, which is nice because then I can film that update while I'm here, and then hopefully before any other updates are too late, I will be able to go back home and retrieve, or you know, just live there again. I am back in the town that I live in. Hopefully the cat won't be too annoying. She just really likes to sit on people's laps, so it makes it very inconvenient if you need to like move ever, but she would prefer that you don't. Fingers crossed that nothing broke. We're all good. Oh yeah. I think this is everything, and we can start with my base combination that I've been doing recently. Oh no, don't step on the makeup. Thank you. My new base combination that I've been doing on this trip. So I was supposed to go on a trip for a week and a half to England for a big family thing, and then to New Jersey for a different family thing. So I take this high glass primer. Sorry I'm so far away, this is just the only place I could set up my phone as a camera. So I take a decent amount of that, which is like a little bit too dark for me. I take some of my foundation. Decent amount. Hopefully that's not too much. It's gonna be too much. It's always too much when I film with it. So I'd start with just those two because, I don't know, I just like the texture a little bit better. And then I put that on like the non-highlighty parts of my face, for the most part. So yeah, it was supposed to be about a week and a half, left on a Tuesday, came back on a Monday. I guess it's slightly more. It's like almost 2 weeks. So yeah, I left. Everything on that side went according to plan. We got there, we had our first few days. We went to London before the family thing because London's great. Super fun. We went to the place where my family is outside of London. We were there for a couple days. All the family started coming in. We were one of the first people there, me and my parents, and we met up with my grandfather. You know, it was fine. It was a lot of family. My mom has a lot of siblings, so there were about 20 people there when everyone got there. And we were there to go to this theater opening, which is a long story, but we were like, my grandfather is very wealthy, so we were the, like, you know, family of the very wealthy guy that funded it. So there's going to be this big opening. I just added a little bit of this Marc Jacobs Dewdrops in the shade Fantasy. I finished up the lighter shade in this, so I add way less of this shade because it kind of darkens it, and then I just mix that in a little bit and I use that as a highlight. So we were going to this event that was on Wednesday, all 20 of us, and on Tuesday night it turns out that my grandfather has COVID. So we're all like, what the heck? We all test on Wednesday morning, and turns out that he has COVID. He's already had COVID, by the way. My one of my adult cousins has COVID, and one of my child cousins has COVID too. So we're like, well, crap, because my grandfather's supposed to speak at this opening on Wednesday. So we have to convince him to not just go to the opening while he is actively sick and has symptoms. I added a little bit more highlighter, and now I'm going to add some blush. We have to convince him not to go. Oh, that was too much blush. Okay. My adult cousin, who does have COVID, or she tested positive, but she doesn't have symptoms, she also goes, and the rest of us all go. And we all decide to wear masks, which, like, good. It's mostly outside anyway, but nobody else is wearing masks. Basically, no one in the UK that I could tell was wearing masks. Pretty much the whole time we were there. So anyway, nobody else is wearing masks, but our whole family is wearing masks, which is just, like, very sketchy in the first place. We go to this thing. My grandfather zooms in to give his little thing. Whatever. It goes pretty well. You know, except for the COVID. But anyway, we're all, you know, super paranoid, trying not to expose other people, even though we're testing negative, because we don't know, like, when we were exposed and everything like that. So that's stressful. That's like a week and a half ago now. We do the event. We do our last day there. We're supposed to fly home to the US on Friday, and we're testing, still negative, but, like, me and my dad and my mom, we all have cold symptoms. And we're like, you know, it's not ridiculous that in these, like, 25 people that we've been around, somebody else had a cold, but it's super sketchy. So we really don't want to, you know, expose anybody, but we fly home, we're testing negative, we're masking the whole way, we're, like, trying to be really nice about it. And so we fly home on Friday. We were gonna stay in the US. We were gonna go near my grandmother, whose birthday it is that weekend. We were gonna stay with her or with my mom's brother, who also lives around there. But we, like, get a hotel and everything so that we don't expose them. And then on Saturday morning, me and my dad test positive. We're like, ah! But, you know, it makes perfect sense. So instead of doing that, we drive from where we were in New Jersey, where my grandma lives, to my parents' apartment, which is, it's usually like a 5-hour drive, but we ran into so much traffic, so many accidents, so much everything. It ended up being like 7.5 hours. So anyway, we're all very sick. I feel like I think I was the most sick at that point. Thankfully I didn't have to drive. But thank goodness we had a rental car. I think I explained that. We got the rental car, yeah. The day coming back from the UK was a 22-hour travel day. It was so long, such a process. We were so exhausted and sick. I used a little bit of that blush mixture, basically it's like a bronzer on my temples. So we get to my parents' apartment, or like a condo, and we're like, alright, we're just gonna be here until we're better. So we're just sick. We have to miss my grandmother's birthday, which we're all super sad about. And kind of like, you know, mad at our family members for not being maybe as cautious as they should have been, for this UK trip. And so that's, I mean, you know, we're sick, we have COVID, whatever. It's messing up all of our plans, but it's, like, workable. And then my brother, who's living at home, not with us, across the country from us, didn't come on the trip. He is like, my coworker just tested positive, so I've been exposed the whole time we've been working together. And we're like, ah! So then I can't, like, go home where I'm living with him until he's better. So we, like, extend my plane flight out a couple more days, because I'm still sick. We're sick for a long time, like over a week. And this story's not gonna be long enough for this whole get ready with me, but anyway. He's sick and he's worried because he has this trip he's supposed to go on. I'm adding the last bits of this to my, the outer portion of my eyes. It's like a pre-eyeshadow step. He's stressed. We're all super sick. I mean, we are like so low energy. I don't know. A lot of people have gotten it already, but like, if you haven't, it's not just a cold. It's like a really, really bad, really, really energy draining cold. I never had a fever or anything, but I was like pretty symptomatic with, you know, congestion, coughs, sore throat, like all of that for like over a week with barely any change. That's my base. I'll continue with, oh wait, no, it's concealer. So anyway, then my brother's all worried. He's like calling my parents constantly. He's a couple years older than me, but worried about this trip and like all the stuff that he had planned. He eventually does test positive. He takes himself to the emergency room at one point because he's feeling really, really ill. And he has like chest pain, which is like super scary. So then, even if I'm like mostly better or completely better, I can't go home because then like I might expose him to my strain of COVID and he might expose me to his strain, and so I have to stay at my boyfriend's house, which is where I am right now. So even though I'm finally back home for the first time in 3 weeks, I still only have the stuff that I packed with me on this trip, which I've just been wearing for the past 3 weeks. This was only supposed to last a week and a half. So that's cool. We missed my grandmother's birthday. It's her 80th. It was supposed to be, you know, a big fun thing on July 3rd. There were gonna be fireworks because of July 3rd, 4th. There were gonna be fireworks because of July 4th and everything, so we were gonna like, you know, have a good time. But no. And now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Oh, one good thing is that because I packed everything in my backpack, I found my eyebrow pencil that was in Deca Panning, so I'm using that now. So yeah, instead of, you know, a week and 3/4 of seeing family and having a good time, we had a week of seeing family in England and then 2 weeks of COVID. Good times. Thankfully, I'm able to stay at my boyfriend's house. I'm really grateful to them for letting me stay here. And they just had COVID a couple weeks ago, so hopefully even if I have any residual germs, they're like super protected. Yeah, a bunch of other people at my work also got sick right around the same time I did, even though, you know, we were not in the same place, so I hope they're all doing their best. I'm using the Glossier Boy Brow, which I got last Christmas from my aunt, and it's almost gone. I will miss it. I don't know if I'm gonna repurchase or just try and get a different, like maybe one of the e.l.f. brow gels. I've heard those are good. Yeah, anyway, I've barely been doing makeup. I did do my makeup a couple times on the trip. I mean, I won't have nothing. I'm gonna film an update for my rolling project pan after this. I mean, thankfully I brought everything with me because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to go back into my house because my brother's still sick. That's where all the rest of my makeup is. That's where like my tripod and everything are. Thankfully I have some books that I left here. I have a couple of clothes that I left here too, so that's nice. I guess I put some bronzer on, even though I don't really need more bronzer. I have my travel set of brushes, which I got from AOA, which is actually really cute. It has this beautiful lid and not a lot of face brushes, so I kind of just use this brush for everything. But yeah, I've been enjoying the palette I made. I posted on Instagram about it. It's a really, it's a really gorgeous neutrals palette for like my preferences. but it only has like 3 lid shimmers, which is like most of what I'm into, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, it could be way worse. And there two of the 3 are duochromes, and the 3rd one is very, very shiny, so they're like not super like everyday necessarily. Hi. One thing about being with my parents was that I got to see my dog, and I miss him so much. He's the best. We had the greatest time every morning when so my parents wake up. He sleeps with them. They wake up. He's like, this is too early, so he comes downstairs and sleeps with me for like another 2 hours. So I got to snuggle with him every morning. I got to walk him, see him. My aunt and uncle live over there too, so he was hanging out with their dog and having a great time. I'm going to like gently set things with this powder, which is in my like e.l.f. illuminating palette, but it's not, none of these are really illuminating, so I've been using this as kind of like a gentle, little bit glowy setting powder, along with my other setting powder, which I will also use, but I just use the same brush for both of them. No, never mind, I didn't pull it out. I'll do it in a second because I need to film the update, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm just using the same thing to kind of like gently highlight my brow bone, kind of. I don't know. I have been enjoying this base combination that I brought with the Glossier liquid blush, the foundation, and the what's it called? Primer. Yeah, and I've gotten some good use out of this. I probably used this like 7 times, which is really good. It's basically like a third of the way gone, which is nice. Maybe a little bit less than that. I also apologize if the audio is really quiet because it's kind of hard to tell. Oh no, this got scratched. That's so sad. I really love this Menagerie singles palette with the flowers and the foxes. But some of my shadows are a little bit deeper than this palette is. One thing I like about this travel set is this shaped brush, which I love for inner corner highlight, and I have used it to finally hit pan on this highlighting shade that I used literally all year last year. So that's been exciting. I can show you guys it's the shade, and there is finally side pan. So that's nice. I'm definitely excited to get back to my things and make more updates, even though this month won't be super exciting. I think I want to do another palette bingo type of thing like I did with my magnetic palette the other day. Alright, for eyeshadow, I'm going to start with, no, I guess I'll start with just like a fluffy brush and the lightest shade, just this matte shade. Because I used a lot of creams and I don't want things to get splotchy. I just like doing it this way. And then I'm going to take this kind of, what's it called? Flat brush in the darkest shade and kind of make that a little bit of a smoky eyeliner type of thing. Like that, if you can see that literally at all. And then I'll, you know, blend everything else into that. That's the shade Nutty from the Going Coconuts palette by ColourPop, and it's in my Pan Those Eyeshadows. It's the only Pan Those eyeshadow shade that I brought, I believe, because it's a dark brown and it's like super convenient. Oh, one other thing I'd like to spotlight, I'm not wearing it today, but this pink shade is from a Depotted blush palette. The other 2 shades I kind of trashed because they started cracking and I didn't like them. But I always use it as an eyeshadow, but I've been using it as a blush, and I actually really, really love the shade on me. I think it looks really natural and just like flushed and nice. I'm using Buon Fresco, which is in my rolling project pan. I'm trying to hit side pan. I'm gonna blend that into my crease. Yeah, it's been a really lovely blush. I don't know, I was never really into cool pink blushes, but I've had it this whole time and just been using it as an eyeshadow. I'm gonna blend out the edges with the other lighter shade brush. I'm going for really simple looks when I have done makeup, partially because I'm like with my parents and at home and sick. I did start playing a new game because Charlie Barley on YouTube played it, who is like a Stardew Valley YouTuber called Apico, which is about beekeeping. So if you like Stardew Valley like I do, check it out. There's a free demo that you can play, which is all that I've been playing. And it's like kind of complicated, but really fun. This is the eyeliner that I rolled out of my project last month. Yeah, I guess I'll like go all in. With the same kind of pencil brush, I'm going to take some of this dark purple shade and build that up in the outer corner. This is Going Steady, I think, which was in my Hannah's eyeshadows earlier. And it has a very slight dip in it, which I'm proud of. And then I'm blending that out with the same brush that I put my crease shade in with. And then I'm going to take this kind of purple brown shimmer shade, which is Mila? Yeah, Mila from Luxie. Put that on the like outer half of my lid. One thing that I did really enjoy being with my parents the whole time. I've been living at home without them this whole summer. It was really nice to see them. We get along, like, we're a great little trio. It's nice to see them and nice to see the dog. It kind of made me realize how much I like missed them and enjoy being with them versus being home. Like I don't know, I'm very attached to like the house I grew up in and the place I grew up in, and I don't know, being with them like all together but in a different place, like, you know, kind of made me realize that mostly I miss them and I miss being like living with them more than specifically the place itself. Not that I don't still love the place I grew up in, because I do, but yeah, that was interesting. And then I'm gonna do my lid with Glass Bowl from ColourPop, which is this purpley bluey kind of shade. She's a sleep kitty. And this is a duochrome, but it's like super kind of low, well, not low impact in a bad way, but it's just like very wearable, which I like. I would love to hit pan on this one day, but it's a very, it's got this big like chunk in the middle. I don't know if you can see that. It's just like not wearing down evenly, so I don't know when that'll happen. But I've been wearing it a lot. Yeah, and then I'll do this lip shade, which is the Virgo Moon from my Deca Panning project right now. My lips are freshly moisturized. Although they are like, they need to be exfoliated a little bit. And then I will top them off with my gloss. No, actually I'm gonna layer. I also brought all of the Huda lip samples with me, which are in my graveyard, which I need to update desperately, but I don't have all the products with me, so I can't do that until I get back home. This one, Provocateur, which is like kind of a cool shade. It's really drying out, so maybe this will be my last application. Just tap that on top to make it a little bit more cool toned. Yeah, and then that'll be done for that. Thank goodness. Alright, well, I guess I might as well like pull in for a close-up because the setup is bad. But yeah, this is my look. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my travels to England and the chaos. I didn't put mascara on, but you know what? It's fine. This is my boyfriend's room. This is the kitty. She's beautiful. We love her. She's also greedy and steals her sister's food like all the time. Yeah, I've been really enjoying this base. And because it's so like cream liquid based, I've actually been setting it with a lot of more powder, which is kind of interesting. So I've just been using more powder these days than I have in the past. But anyway, that was a bad angle. Or a bad shot. I'm excited to film a new update finally after 3 weeks. Like I said, I've said that probably like a million times in this video. It's just, I really felt how long it's been. And hopefully I can go home and grab some stuff at least to film another couple updates. If not, hopefully my brother gets better and I can go home. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video wasn't too long. I hope this isn't too shaky for y'all. I really appreciate every single one of you that watches. If you want to see more ordinary videos, you know, project planning, updates, fun challenges, check out my channel. I have lots and lots of playlists that you can look through, and hopefully I will be coming with more videos. It's funny, I really wanted to make it a point to be really consistent about my uploads this summer, and yeah, that has not been happening at all. Pretty much everything has gone wrong, so yeah, thank you for sticking with me, and I hopefully will have new stuff out very soon. Bye!